In today's lesson, we will learn names, titles, and how to address people in American English. In the United States, most people have 3 names. They have a first name, also called your given name. They have a middle name and a last name, also called a surname. This woman's name is Jessica Marie Peters. Jessica is her first name, Marie is her middle name, and Peters is her last name. Notice here, Marie is now an M. This is her middle initial. Your initial is the first letter of your name. On some documents, you might see initial here. So Jessica's initials are JMP. Traditionally, in the United States, a woman will change her name to her husband's name after she gets married. After marriage, her name is Jessica Marie Peters. Her name before marriage was Jessica M. Perkins. Perkins, we call her maiden name. This is only for women. Do women change their name after marriage in your country? Let's learn how to address people. We use our first names with coworkers, friends, and family.
Hi, Lacey. Patterson. Miss Patterson.
We use our last names with teachers, doctors, and people you don't know very well. If you go to a job interview, it's best to be polite and address them in a formal way. For example, it's nice to meet you, Mr. Smith. If Mr. Smith prefers that you call him by his first name, he can say, "Please call me Justin." Call me and their name. Now let's learn titles in American English. We use Mr. for a man, Mrs. for a married woman, Miss for a young unmarried woman, and Ms. for a woman whose marital status we don't know. Let's practice the pronunciation. The first one, Mr. It rhymes with sister, Mr. Number 2, Mrs. It kind of sounds like kisses, Mrs. Miss is the third one. And last one, Ms. Hear the Z sound, Ms. There are 4 basic ways we can describe marital status. The first is married. This means you have a husband or a wife. Single means you are not married. Divorced means in the past you were married, but now you are not married. And last, widowed. This means your husband or your wife has died. Why is marital status important? It's very important for applications or documents because you will need to select your title. You see, Mr., Mrs., Miss, Ms., or other. Let's learn how to address someone formally. Use sir with a man. Excuse me, sir. Use ma'am, ma'am with a woman. Excuse me, ma'am. Use miss with a young woman. Excuse me, miss. And if you are not sure which one to use, you can just say, excuse me.